Hello, everyone. Welcome to Leoguidance time if this is your first time, and welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. It's lovely to have you here. So, this reading is going to be a collective reading. I have been feeling called to do a reading for the last couple of days actually. Now I'm quite low on energy, but I just wanted to do it. And then I have been getting some messages when I was tapping into your energy. First of all, I've been hearing like the doors are going to open for you that you didn't think that they were possible. And there's also like a big energies around like releasing any kind of like a negativity, both from your environment and also the things or the beliefs that you have been holding onto from the past. And one thing is that I nearly wanted to do this reading about like the blessings coming your way, because there is that kind of like an energy. There are going to be like expect the powerful changes what's coming. There are going to be like powerful changes coming your way, but they're not going to come like, oh, like, you do nothing and it's going to come out of the blue. No, like you are going to be so inspired to take bold actions. I'm saying bold actions, and they want me to just like paraphrase it in a way that it is going to be bold for you. It's not going to be bold for a version of you, let's say 6 months from now or 3 months from now, because you are going to adapt. This is like the things that you perceive as bold right now are going to be your normal, new normal, in a couple of months ahead, if that makes sense for you. So you are ever growing, and you are going to start reaping the rewards of all the work that you have done on yourself. It's just like a very, very powerful, beautiful energy, actually. So let's start with the tarot. What does collective needs to hear right now, Spirit? Anything about those changes? Like, there's like mental unburdening yourself is what is coming right now. Mentally unburdening yourself, and especially like if you're resonating by like with this like a holiday like a season right now, with the Christmas, New Year's around the corner. If you have been also like seeing a lot of family members, etc., there might be also like some things coming up to the surface. Like it might be a general energy or like a specific for someone. So that was also my intention of why I wanted to do this reading, maybe like right now around this time. So for you to have some kind of like a mental boost and like a support also from the spirit. So what this collective needs to hear right now, we have Five of Pentacles in a reverse position. So you have that kind of like a lack mindset, and I'm hearing that there might be a financial lack mindset, definitely with the coins in here represented, but also when it comes to the connections and the emotional support that you felt in your life, that might be currently a timeline or like a period of time for you that you're not feeling so emotionally connected or supported with the environment around you. Know that that is going to be something that's changing. I don't know if you have been doing it consciously or subconsciously, but that is something you have been manifesting yourself out of it. If you never felt like so much belonged to or understood by the people around you, like your point of views, your interests, how you express yourself, if you always felt like a little bit like a black sheep in your environment or the family or in the world, you are going to start finding the reasons why, and you are going to start aligning with the souls that are going to make you feel just the opposite way and the best way possible. Oh my god, when I was saying that there's Three of Cups under the bottom of the deck, like there are celebrations definitely coming for you. I'm picking up an energy that, yeah, there are going to be some old friends, but mainly this is like a new community. Like especially there are many like a feminine energies in here. You don't have to be like a woman, it might be also like a man, but I am picking up like more of so like this healing of sisterhood wounds. If you haven't felt belonged to or understood, especially by the woman, feminine energies around you, if you had some mother wounds, like some ancestral healings coming from, the mother side, like a grandparents or like your mom on the parents, or like if you have a kid, like a healing around your daughter as well, so, or the grandkids. So it's that lineage. There's going to be healing coming. If you haven't felt the support, especially within the woman, if there was too much like competition or ego like related created like issues, so that it just like prevented for you to felt that like unconditional emotional support, the genuine like a divine feminine energy, then that's going to be something healing with like a new connections coming into your life. I'm also healing like online support. So there might be some online community as well, either you're building or uh I guess there's no or. Either you're building or you're going to be part of somehow. So not all of them has to be physical, but definitely like when they are built, there's going to be like a physical parts of it. But I believe that like for for the time being, you might be feeling that support and start seeing it in your reality as a proof to yourself and more of like online space. What else does the collective needs to hear at this time, Spirit? Page of Pentacles in reverse. Any issues around your money? And the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay, they are like all minor arcanas representing that everything you're going through as like obstacles right now, because they come all in reverse, are very temporary situations. And like five, so they're all like indicating changes, and they all include like other people in the cars, if you can see, basically. Like, but the people are not active. Can you see like they are leaving some kind of like a lack mindset behind? Yes, like they have been like feeling down, they haven't been feeling supported, but like they are leaving that situation behind because that card is upside down, and they're not actively fighting against anything. They are surrendering. With the Five of Swords as well, like this, like a two people, like on the background, they're not fighting as well, like they surrendered, and this person is also like accepting the situation that not everyone has to come with me to my new journey, basically, or where I want to go like in my life, so that's okay. So there's like a big surrender energy that you were like adapting to, which is creating like a very big change in your life. And what is changing is that your procrastination is what I'm hearing, especially when it comes to your finances. There has been many blocks around what you felt that you have been worthy of, hence you haven't been taking according actions. If you have been like creating some things like for a long while, and you have been feeling like it doesn't have to be too long, but definitely that's not something so new with the pentacles of the pages. Oh, sorry. There is definitely some blocks around you expressing yourself authentically and truly to the outer world, like seeing the full side of yourself around what you're passionate about and what you have been creating. So there are some throat chakra blocks there. That's something that has to be cleared, and how it's going to be cleared actually in the long term is that when you start feeling worthy enough that you can actually create that, and what you create as a value. Because let's say that there are two people, you and like person A. So the only difference between you and person A is person A feels that I feel worthy enough of creating and pursuing what I'm passionate about. And I know that people are going to take the value out of it. And you are feeling that I'm really passionate about it, but I'm not sure. Like, is this gonna even like be impactful for the people? Is it going to help? Is it going to be well received? Should I even like pursue that? It doesn't matter. I'm really passionate about it, but I don't think that I'm going to see any results. That is the only difference between you and person A. You have the same skills, you have the same talents, the same like a quantity and quality of talents, and person A actually makes it through. They see the results, but you don't. The only difference between you two is that you don't believe that you're worthy enough to pursue your passions yet to see the results of it. That is what's changing. With the surrender in here, that is what's changing in your life. So take that however it's resonating with you in regards to whatever you are planning to like create, because it's going to be quite impactful. It's going to be something with the Hierophant card in here that you're going to be sharing what you know, with the community, with the society around you, that's even going to like heal and affect your family lineage. It doesn't only have to be like a social community. It is going to be helpful for the strangers as well, but it's also going to like shift how people in your past have been perceiving you. Queen of Wands in reverse, like especially like I check the what's underneath the hierophant after I said that, like how people in your past have been perceiving you, because I believe that people in your past haven't seen or did not want to see the full potential that you owned. Like deep down they have been feeling it, but like your vibration was so different, so unique, they couldn't quite put their finger on. And like as human beings, like everything towards everything that we are not so sure, we don't understand, like in order to not to feel threatened, we just like push ourselves, like push the other people's talents like kind of under the rug, or like a disregard it, so that we don't have to feel like the outcasted. So it's easier to make someone else feel like outcasted and like basically bad about themselves or insecure about themselves, rather than us feeling that way. So this is what has been happening to your basically self-confidence, and this is what's going to be healing for you as well. We have Nine of Swords when I said this, and like the Hierophant is like when the deck has cut. So there has been a lot of like anxiety around it, especially putting yourself out there unapologetically. But know that if you want it so, there's a reason why you want to do that. So like if you want it, it's already yours. There was even like one song like that, I guess like it was The Energy, I forget the artist, but she was saying that if I want it, then my name's already on it. So the fact is that if you're really feeling so anxious towards someone, but you know that your souls keep calling you up for it, know that it's really meant for you. You really have to create it. Like the bigger your soul's calling is, the bigger the doubt is going to be. But since you are the only one who can actually go through along, like a push through that doubt, it is your destiny. Not everyone else can do it as effortlessly as you're doing. It might not be looking like so effortless for you, but believe that any other soul who hasn't signed up for it couldn't be able to like bear the things that you have been. What do you want to say about the Nine of Swords in here, spirits? Okay, we have Three of Cups. I will just cover it a little bit. There is like a model in here with the YouTube, and we have King of Cups in reverse. So there might have been a figure around you, a water sign. It doesn't have to be like Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. It might be mainly operating in the masculine energy, and I'm picking up an energy that can be actually a woman, even like regardless of the gender. But I'm just like putting it out there to like remove those kind of controversies. So I'm hearing someone made a promise to you, and then it didn't, and they didn't follow it through, and then that might have affected your confidence a little bit, like your skills, like are you even like worthy enough for it, or like you put something or parts of yourself out there and it hasn't received as good as you thought. So if there has been like someone in your life that you have been looking out for, or looking out for their approval, it might not have also like something like comfort, like you might not have been able to like get that kind of like approval from that specific person as well, especially like with the like a cups over here, it's King of Cups. I feel like you might not have get that like a emotional validation from someone. One of the biggest things in this lifetime that you're asked to be learned, and you're actually learning, whether you're aware of it or not. Like you might not be aware of it since like it feels so painful for you right now, and I really feel like called to keep cleansing right now and here as well, is giving that emotional validation to yourself, and not basically depending your worth, self-worth, especially like that unconditional love you deserve to feel, dependent on external factors or external people. Like it's not your job, it's your birthright to feel basically innately worthy, um, and innately lovable. And any other people around you who are not making you feel in this way, they are going to be removed naturally without any big gradual changes from your life. I'm really seeing like you are leaving some situations behind, that you have made some big emotional investments to. But if you can just see, okay, I'm saying big emotional investments because it's like it's there are 8 cups, so it really takes a time. It like that putting 8 cups in here, it represents like 8 months of a time, but it might be even like longer than that for sure. It requires, work. It requires consistency. It doesn't have to happen overnight. But can you see that all of the cups, they're empty? One, two, three, four, is it like okay, like 8 of them in here? I was just thinking like, does she even hold a cup? No, she's not even taking anything with her. Like all the cups have been here empty. So I'm feeling like you are like coming up with that kind of like a realization that God, like I have been holding on to something. I haven't been loyal to an idea, to a concept, to, I don't know, an ideology, to way of operating in the world out of a conditioned mindset, out of a necessity. I never thought to stop and reflect if those things that I have been loyal to were even loyal to me, or were they even like contributing anything back to me. I haven't stopped and think about it. So you are having that kind of like you're going to have very soon, or you're undergoing right now, that kind of like a transition period, that epiphany that might be weighing a little bit heavily on your like a soul. But know that at the end of it, you're going to like move through it. You're not going to like surpass it. And you are going to decide to leave a situation behind. Like you might be even like having your closure without like having actual, without having any actual like a physical one-on-one communications with some people, because you might just feel like, okay, I will just prioritize myself. I might not think that I can just go through with it, physically. So I will just have my own closure, and I will just, leave this situation in a way that I feel comfortable with. Full and reverse energy in here is giving me like someone is like taking a leap of faith towards themselves, but this hasn't been a new idea much. Like it's discovering a part of yourself that is going to be more so like independent in this lifetime, if it makes sense. You are going to start that you can be enough, by yourself. We have worry, definitely. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. This is that like a full energy in reverse. Like you might be worrying about what's going to happen, how is it going to happen, how everything is going to unfold. But know that how is not your question to answer. If you want to ask yourself questions, if you want to self reflect, ask yourself why. Like, why do I want to do this? Why this is that important for me? Why am I feeling worried? Like, what am I even afraid of? Instead of trying to dwell in the house, because how everything is going to unfold, especially specifically, is not your business. And especially in like a biggest part of your life, you have been trying to control things to feel a sense of like control over your life because the people around you were so unpredictable. Know that you have to release that control to start like learning to trust the universe, and you can't release the control if you're still like stuck on the house. Friendships, this was coming for you. I understand that a friend is in my life for a season. You might be also like leaving some friendships behind as well in order to like make space for the new ones. Oh, I couldn't even take that. It might be a little bit harder to admit to yourself that you have a fear of failure at this time. It says that I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. It gives me a big vibes of like perfectionism and worry. So you might be also holding yourself back from taking a leap of faith towards a new life for you out of a perfectionist mindset. Like you're like, okay, for all my life, I have been like basically loved and acknowledged for everything that I can contribute and make in this world. And since my love and worth was depending on the quality of the work or the things that I can provide for other people, now I'm worried if I cannot do everything up until perfection. And I know for sure that probably I'm not going to be able to make most of the things up until a perfection point because this is going to be a very new journey for me. So your worry is not actually about not being able to make things for perfection. Your worry is about actually, am I going to be alone or feel loved or worthy? Am I going to be surrounded by like a people? But more of that, so that's not even the worry. Your worry is even actually, am I am I worthy enough as a person? Am I lovable as a person? So the deep down from there, it even goes to a point that how much do you love yourself truly by just being who you are? Like what kind of things that you're worthy of. Like one question that I got actually as like epiphany is that you can also like do it as a practice for you. So imagine a perfect day in your life right now. So that sequence of events that you are going to have in order to have a perfect day. Let's say that your favorite, I don't know, like a series, TV show, like movie is free on any kind of like a streaming line or anywhere that you have subscription to. And then you're like a best friend, he or she is in a town, and that friend of yours is also in love with that kind of like a series, movie, whatever is this, and you're watching it together. And afterwards, you just like go out to have the best meal of your life. And when you're having the best meal of your life, like your favorite songs are on the radio, keep coming on a repeat again and again and again. You can't stop it. You're like, oh my God, this is amazing. Then you go out on a walk and then you came across with someone randomly. You had the best conversation in your entire life. You felt so heard, you felt so seen, you felt so appreciated, so loved. Like nearly conversation just changed how you view yourself, your entire view in the best way possible. And then not only that, that person is actually someone who's going to help you to make money out of your talents and passions. So actually, you're like, okay, now I know from this moment, after now, that I am going to live a life in a way that I want by making amount of money that I want in my own freedom. And that's amazing. So they're just examples, and why I gave them is that, for example, that could be one example of sequence of events for you to represent the perfect day for you. But my question for you is that do it on your own version and tell me, actually tell yourself, where does those sequence of events stops for you? And it's going to be a point that is going to feel too much for you. It's going to feel like too good to be true or getting too unrealistic. That is your limit. Why is your limit? Again, that question, why? Why is that your limit? Why can't you feel like it's possible after that point? Or that point is not possible? Like, what's holding you back? What kind of like a limiting beliefs that you have around it? So just discover that a little bit. Because the one of the best ways, and actually one of the only ways kind of like a pushing through our limits, is to recognize what our limits are. So keep that in mind. And I'll get last cards about what's actually coming in for you within the next 3 months. Let's see. Oop. Your commitment is being tested. Towards what? Spirit. Towards you not holding on to your past. So there might have been some past people, past mindsets coming up within the next 3 months for you to see how much committed you are to that new mindset, the new life that you are embarking upon at the moment. They're not, they're telling that they're not going to be trials, like bad trials. They're just going to be testing basically your like surrendering tendencies and your confidence towards yourself and towards the universe. Don't let pride get in your way. Okay, trigger warning, some people from your past might be actually coming, and they don't have to be romantic relationships, but even like friendships that are coming with an idea of who you are or who they think that you are, and basically trying to, not trying to test you on purpose, but in a sense that, saying some little things here and there that's going to represent an older version of you, and like part of your ego might be like, but I've grown, that's not me anymore. So I'm feeling that there might have been some tests in regards to how other people were seeing you. Like there's an old version of you. So that test is going to be about like, are you already made your peace with the older version of yourself. Like if there are some points, like if someone like mistaken you for being an older version of yourself, like what specific areas or what specific things that you have been doing in the past could be a trigger point for you still, because it reflects that there might have been some healing still to do in that area. And then last card, please. That was a very healing, kind of like a therapy messages we got. Okay. Whatever answers you're looking out for, know that they're going to be coming, and they're going to be coming in terms of a people. Like if you have been manifesting some things in your life, if you have been looking out for some answers, they're going to be coming either like through online, someone posting something, someone writing you something, or like in terms of like a physical communication. But that really gives me with the blue vibes about like some social media vibes as well. But whatever signs, synchronicities you have been going to be asking are going to be sent to you as a proof that your manifestations are here. And in fact, your angels are hearing you through, like in the forms of other people, if that makes sense. But yes, I saw 2525. You can just check the angel meaning as well. But this is all the messages I got for you. I hope that the messages were helpful and resonating. If you did so, please give it a thumbs up, like the video, and if you want to see more content of it, you can subscribe to my channel. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can find my email address and the details in the description box below. But I'm sending you lots of love and peace your way, and hope to see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves and bye bye.